So y'all fooled around, and now you feel used. This was avoidable. What's going on, YouTube? This is Hick. Today's video is going to be about when to introduce sex or physical gratification into a relationship. Hollywood has done a great job of developing a system for a good romantic movie, a good chick flick, and it's poisoning the populace. This formula usually includes an awkward meeting, 3 on-screen dates, followed by ravenous, enraged sex. So they're knocking shit over, they're falling all over tabletops. The whole apartment is a mess when they're done, and all of a sudden, they're in love. Hollywood's fucked up for that. I'm gonna tell you why. It's become a cultural standard that a conservative woman, for a conservative woman, 3 dates may be enough. The problem is the rules don't change. You may change, but the rules don't change. Right now, women have gotten into a place to where, everyone's sexually liberated. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. The problem is the rules still don't change. In Hollywood, when those girls go on a date after the first awkward interaction, they use 3 dates because they have to develop a storyline quickly and rapidly. They realize that people have a short attention span. They need to grab their attention. They need to captivate the audience with the prospect of this romance. The issue is when real people try to carry this over into real life, 3 dates is never enough to captivate a man, ladies. The single biggest weapon you have to not feel used or to not feel taken advantage of sexually or in a relationship period is time. Time is a woman's most precious commodity when it comes to capturing a guy's heart. In these romance movies, they go on their 3 dates and they either save the kissing for the 3rd date. Most of the time it's not that way. They save the sex for the 3rd date. Sometimes they have sex on the first night. But the problem is, again, they're developing a storyline. They're developing a fictional storyline. And so they have to move the story along. If 30 minutes into the movie, you don't know who the protagonist, antagonist, and the lovers are, it's a bad script, right? It's a slow starter, as they say. They can't afford that. The problem is, women, you can't afford it either. You can't afford to do that if you're looking for a relationship. Now, if you're not looking for a relationship, this isn't for you. Do what you want to do and continue being great at it. And no one cares. No one's going to be mad. No one blames you. You got some fans out there, trust me. But if you're the type of woman who only feels secure in a real relationship, you might want to consider these things. 1, 3 dates is not enough to determine if a guy likes you, if he doesn't already like you. If a guy doesn't already like you and you haven't been holding him off, he hasn't been after you for years and you've been holding him off and he's been secretly in love with you. If a guy hasn't reached that level already, which in most cases he hasn't, if a guy has approached you at the mall, 3 days later you're having sex with him, you probably just broke the rule I'm speaking of. 3 dates is not enough to captivate a guy. Time is your most precious commodity, so make him wait. Any guy who's just trying to use you or just trying to waste your time is not going to do so for very long. A guy chasing pussy is not going to give you 12 dates. He's not going to talk to you every night for months. He's not going to enter a relationship where he hasn't tested the waters first sexually. So in order to get what you want, if you're the relationship type, you have to give that man time. A guy interested in you is going to be more interested in developing a mental and spiritual connection with you. He's not going to be trying to just have sex with you or just tell you how attractive you are. So skip the 3 dates move because this is not Hollywood. This is not Hollywood. 3 dates is not enough. I used to work at this restaurant. This guy walks in. One of our waitresses goes berserk. She's upset. She's pacing. She looks to be itchy. She was just irritated, right? And I walked past her. I was almost going to ask her what was wrong, but she accosted me. That guy over there. After 3 dates, he used me. And then he told me he didn't want a relationship and never called me again. I suppose that's what happened. You played yourself. Thanks, DJ Khaled. No matter who's at fault in this miscommunication, this was avoidable. All she had to do was be with him long enough to figure out if it was her he wanted or her body he wanted. She had the same opportunity that every woman starts with. You have to make an assessment when you meet a guy. If you misassess him, then you will be misused. That's just what it is. If you think that a guy likes you and he doesn't, and you give him sex and he runs off because he scored, he got what he wanted, that's the end of the game for him. But if you make a guy spend time with you and figure out what he wants, be with him long enough to figure out what his intentions are, then you'll probably get what you want from the relationship. I tell you what, if a guy thinks you're abstaining, you'll probably see much quicker. You don't even have to really be abstinent. Just suggest you're not having sex until marriage and see how that guy sticks around. Or suggest you like to wait 6 months before having sex and see how long that guy sticks around. See how much he calls you or texts you or invites you out to dinner. See how much he touches you or tells you how sexy you are after he realizes sex is not an option. Again, you can be faking. Don't have to be serious. Some guys are just full of shit, really, and they'll lie to you and tell you how much they like you or how much they're looking for the special girl, and you're not the special girl. They're just waiting for you to put your guard down so they can sleep with you and figure out if they can sleep with you for the rest of their life or sleep with you for the rest of the year or sleep with you until Valentine's Day or the day before so they can break up with you, because who the fuck wants a Valentine on Valentine's Day? That shit gets expensive, right? Anyway, there's nothing wrong with having sex when you want sex, but if that's what you want from the relationship, then that's what you'll get. No commitment plus sex still equals no commitment, right? So if a relationship is what you want, then act like a relationship is what you want and build the relationship. Commitment doesn't blossom from sex. Only cum blossoms from sex. Disregard. Okay, so get your commitment and then have sex. And if it's all you want, then stick with the 3 dates rule. Hell, stick with the first date rule. I don't give a fuck. Bang him upon meeting him if you want to. No one is going to be mad. But if you want a relationship, build with time. Get to know the guy. If he keeps showing up after not having sex for 10 dates, 11 dates, 12 dates, if after 2 months you're still hanging out and he's okay with just kissing after 2 months, then he's more interested in you than your body. Now, he's very interested in your body. Believe me, no one's going to spend 2 months with a girl that he wouldn't have sex with. Only real men will spend 2 months with a girl that they can't have sex with because they value her. I just want to help you guys get what you want from a relationship. I'm not here to tell you to be virtuous or to not have sex on the first date or second date or third date. I just want girls who want sex to get sex and girls who want relationships to get relationships. Everyone can win, right? But you got to play the game, and the rules don't change for nobody. The rules don't change for nobody. The rules don't change for you. Give it time. Figure out if he values you enough to stick around when there's nothing to gain from it but a good conversation and maybe a kiss on the lips. Like, comment, subscribe.